Hi everyone, it's Alyssa, the Berry Little Papercrafter. Today I have a fun embellishment album that you can use for personal use, or you can give it as a gift as well. So this is how mine turned out. It measures 5 by 8.5, and when you open it up, you have 4 pockets total, and they do have a lot of wiggle room, so you can fill them up with tons of goodies. So if you're going to give it to someone this holiday season, you can really stuff it with lots of little gifts. Let's go ahead and jump into the tutorial. To start off, you will need an 8.5 by 11-inch piece of paper, and we're going to line it up on the 11-inch side and score at 5 and 6 inches. So 5 and 6. And that's just the whole base of our album. So let's fold along the score lines. All right, next you're going to need 2 sheets of paper to cover the front and the back. So those are going to measure 4 3/4 by 8 1/4. So grab 2 of those. And let's just go ahead and glue these onto the front and the back. And now for the spine, you're going to need a strip of paper that's 3/4 inch by 8 1/4. So there we go. That's the whole outside of the album for now. We can put that aside, and we're gonna make the 4 pockets that are going to be on the inside. So let's do the bottom 2 pockets first. You're just gonna need 2 sheets of paper, and they are going to measure 5 3/4 by 4 1/2. So I'm gonna line the first one up at the 5 3/4 mark, and I'm gonna score at 1/4 inch. Actually, let me turn this over just so the stripes aren't confusing. So we were doing 1/4 inch, then we're gonna do 1/2 inch, and then we're gonna do 5 1/2 inches. Oh, sorry, yeah, 5 1/2 inches, and then 5 1/4. All right, and then we're gonna turn this to the 4 1/2 inch side, and we are just gonna score at 1/4 inch and 1/2 inch. And that's gonna be the bottom of the pocket. So if you have a design that's going a specific way, just know that these scores are going to be the bottom of your pocket. So now we have that all set. We are going to be cutting out these 4 little squares in the corners here. So then we're left with that. And then we're just going to fold on the score lines that we made. All right, and then next we're just going to be gluing our tabs together. So I just put a little dot of glue on the bottoms of the right and left sides. And so now this is kind of like a little lid that will just close. And stick together. So set this aside to dry, and we're going to do the same exact thing with the other sheet of paper and make our second pocket. Okay, so we have our two pockets that are going to be on the bottom, and let's go ahead and put those aside and get two more papers for the top pockets. So I've got two here, and these are going to measure 5 3/4 by 4. So let's start with the first one. I'll just flip it upside down, and we're going to score this at 1/2 inch, 5 1/4, and then we're gonna flip it to the 4-inch side, and then we're gonna score this on the 4-inch side at 1/2 inch. Actually, with these, I just like to cut a little triangle out in the corner, because these are just going to be flat pockets. So with these, you can just cut a little triangle like that. And then I even just cut a little triangle at the tops as well. And we'll fold our score lines. So there's our first pocket. And again, do the same thing to the second one. All right, so those are our last two pockets. Now, bring back your album. And let's open it up. So I'm gonna do something like this. I'm gonna start with the bottom two pockets and just glue those down first. And I'm gonna put it almost to the bottom of this paper, but not quite. Then you can always go in with a bone folder or something flat and just kind of press down the tabs on the inside. Okay. Do the same thing for this pocket. Then we can glue on our two top pockets, and those are easy because they're just flat. And this one's basically gonna go right above the bottom pocket. And same thing on the other side. So there's our whole little album. And another thing you can do too is if you want to get another strip of paper to put along the spine on the inside, you can totally do that. It's the same measurement, 3/4 by 8 1/4. But now I'm just going to start decorating. So I'm gonna just start in the front. Maybe use some foam tape to stick this little card on. just right in the center. Let's go on the inside, and I'm pretty much going to put some items in my pockets and decorate from there because things are going to be popping out, obviously, and I just want to see how much of the pockets are showing before I start putting decorations and embellishments on them. So the bottom pockets are more raised so that you could put items that are a little more bulky. So you do have room in here to kind of stretch the pocket a little bit. Even these top pockets kind of have wiggle room in them. So you could put like a hot chocolate pack in here with a candy cane or a peppermint stick. You don't have to stick to paper products going in these pockets, especially if you're giving it to somebody as a gift. I think you could totally pack things in here. I'm just going to fill it with random things in my craft room right now. I made this little journal a while ago, and it's just plain paper inside, and I think I'll put that in like this pocket here. And then as an example, I'm just gonna grab like one of my pens, and you can pop that in there as well. You could put some stickers or die cuts inside. Here is a cute little Santa that I have. I mean, he could even just be popping out of the pocket like this. I mean, you could even take a photo too and stick that in the bottom pocket. If you make mini albums or something like that, even those will fit in. You could put it in the top or the bottom. And then maybe I'll just stick like some fabric samples and paper scraps up top here. You can totally leave the pockets as they are. You don't even have to embellish them, especially if you're using gorgeous paper. But I'm just gonna do some quick examples here. So again, if you're giving this to someone, a little label would be cute there. I'm gonna use foam tape again to attach this little label. I think I'm going to use my 1-inch hole puncher here and just kind of like cut out my own little embellishments. Just using this scrap paper here. And let me cut out a bow too. I think I'm also going to use foam tape for these guys. Just to give the whole album more dimension. All right, I think I want the star in the middle there. Maybe this one over here and that one right there. I'm just gonna cut a strip of paper out because I want to put it like just along the top of this pocket here. And I guess this one I'll just glue down. No foam tape here. I'm honestly just gonna leave this pocket alone because the paper is very pretty as it is. So there we have it, a cute little embellishment, ephemera holder, album, whatever you'd like to call it. You can give it as a gift. You can store your personal items in it. It's such a fun and quick album to make and decorate, and you just have so much space to really fill this up with lots of goodies. If you enjoyed this video, please like, subscribe, and don't forget to say hi to me in the comments below, and I'll see you in my next video. Happy crafting!